So my name is Tracy Potter Finns. We are here at County Rail Farm, and I run a small vegetable operation. I was farming up in Dixon, which is about 45 minutes north, for 6 years, and when we moved here I realized that I needed more space and a little bit more heating and cooling in the greenhouse and all of our seed startup for the kind of production that we wanted to do. So that's what we looked to CFAC and the mini grant for. So for the first part of the grant, we were able to get money to build this soil box just to have potting soil mixed and ready to go for our seedlings. One of the reasons that we have this here is so that we go from one space straight to the next space where we put all of the seeds into our trays. Once the seeds are in the tray, just move it right over, sprinkle, ready to go again. So the second thing that we were able to receive funding for through the grant was this germination chamber. Shelves inside, plastic coated racks do a lot better, and they're a lot cheaper than putting in steel or iron into the chamber. You can see thermostat here is in a Tupperware container so that it doesn't get wet. Just kind of protects the electronics inside a little bit. So I can set that thermostat to 70 degrees for brassicas or lettuces, or 65 for some of those cooler crops. And then all the way down to the bottom, this cord is spliced. So we just, on the end of that used to be a plug for this crock pot, and it's just spliced right into the thermostat. We run it with vegetable oil in that crock pot. We don't need a source of humidity as long as we water the trays in really well before they go into the chamber. Important that it's a manual. If it's digital, it won't turn on when the power turns off and then turns back on. So you got to find the old ones at Goodwill. So the third thing that we were able to do with the grant is build a heat table. A lot of times not everything will germinate at exactly the same time, and this hot table helps keep everything warm enough to germinate. Underneath the sand we have a wire grate, about 4 inches of sand and electric coil underneath there. So I can set this thermostat to a specific temperature, and I can put my sensor right into the soil of the tray. And that way it's not reading the temperature of the sand, it's reading the temperature of the soil. It'll also be covered with either Rime, it's this white fabric, or plastic, old greenhouse plastic. Keeps it a little bit warmer and humid in there, conserves the energy of heating this tray a little bit. CFAC also is able to get us grant money through the Specialty Crop Block Grant for all of our seedling tables. So all of the tables that you see here are built with the same configuration. They fit 8 trays of standard 10 by 20 seedling trays, and they're mobile. So I can lift this guy up, I can move them around. 2 people can really easily pick up one of these trays from either side and move 8 trays of plants out either onto a hardening table or into a truck really easily. These trays are built so that all of the weight is sitting on the cross boards, and those are the ones that are sitting on the supports of the horses underneath. Pretty simple but very sturdy design that lends to a lot of airflow but also a lot of mobility. It also means that there's a space when we're setting the tables down. The last thing that CFAC was able to help us get was our heat and venting system within the greenhouse. So with the heating and the venting and the seeding tables, the soil box, the germination chamber, all of our seeding tables and our heat table, we're able to have better vegetables earlier. It has made our business here at our new location viable.